Good afternoon, friends. You're able to hear me? So, this is a course which is both offline and also it will be streamed online simultaneously. So, I hope the online students are also able to hear me properly. You can inform whether if there is any problem. Okay. Any of you have attended the orientation class that I have taken some 3-4 days back? This is the first class you have taken. So, some of you have taken. So, and how many of you are kind of decided to take anthropology optional or thinking about the option? Still confused. Decided about anthropology optional. Hmm? Confused about joining. Others decided to take anthropology. So, like whatever it is in today's session, I will be first discussing like audio is too low, voice is not audible. You are able to hear me? Yes. You are able to hear, friends? Online, Sumit, Shubham, Rajit, you are able to hear now? Still it is not clear. Noise in audio. They're trying to find out the solution. Just wait for a few minutes. You're able to hear me now? Clear now? Fine? Very good. Okay. So, welcome to all offline and online students. Fine. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Himabindu. I'll be teaching you the anthropology optional. So first of all, whether you have decided to take anthropology optional or still confused, okay, I'll be explaining about what is the subject and how this course proceeds, what you can expect from this course and all those things. So first of all, what is anthropology? What you know about anthropology? And one small request is in my class, keep interacting. Okay, like you don't have to give me the absolutely correct answers or legitimate answers. Just keep interacting. The more you talk, the more engaged you are in the class. Your thought will not be diverted. That's what I believe because psychologically, even the most interesting thing, okay, you cannot focus more than 2 minutes, especially in the period of that YouTube reels and all. So kind of our attention span drastically decreased. Listening to somebody for 2 hours is not easy. So you keep interacting so that your focus concentration will be there on the subject. Okay. So basically anthropology is, it is a study about human beings. So we study everything about human beings in this. Like say, for example, to explain you the extreme example, I say usually a doctor is also an anthropologist if he is not a veterinary doctor. Okay, I mean a cardiologist, a pediatrician. So they are also, because they are human beings. An economist is an anthropologist because after all, the money, economics and all, it is a subject related to human beings only. We deal with the currency, we deal with economy. Polity, okay, polity is about human beings, the people. Okay, demography, like any subject you take, sociology, political science, politics, who will do the politics? Human beings. Is it clear? So political science, economics, history, whose history we are studying? We are not studying the history of some cats and dogs. So let it come to history or biological, that is medical related subjects, whatever it is. Anything we study about human beings comes under anthropology. Okay. And also in different times we study about the past, like say for example we have Indus Valley civilization, we have Paleolithic, Mesolithic culture, whatever you study in history, and the present, what are undergoing in the present day society, and also the future. So it is study about human beings holistically from all points, from all aspects, and also in all times, past, present and future. That is anthropology. And in general, anthropology is a very unique subject. What makes it unique is, just answer this. If you take some political science or history, okay, in a university, under which department it comes? Science department or humanities department? Humanities. If you take botany, zoology, mathematics, in which department it comes? Science. But anthropology, it is both. It is both a science and also a humanity. Okay. What makes it a science? Like say, for example, anthropology study about human beings. So when we study about the biological aspects of humans, like genetics, the childbirth, development, old age symptoms, fertility related issues, DNA fingerprinting or thumb impressions, blood groups. When we study about the biological aspects of it, it is like a science. And when we study about the political, economic, religious, social aspects of human beings, when we study about the human society, then it is a humanity. Okay, so it is a combination of science and humanity. And a thinker called Alfred Kroeber beautifully described the subject as when it is a humanity, okay, when it is a humanity, it is a scientific humanity, most scientific humanity. What makes it a scientific humanity? Because here, whatever we observe, it is empirical. Like, say, for example, if I say humans evolved from apes, we can show evidences for that, fossil evidences for that. That is not a vague statement. Okay, so we show evidences for that. So it means it is empirical. So when it is a humanity, it is a scientific humanity. And when it is a science, it is humanistic science. Okay, because anthropology promotes humanity. Like say, for example, in some race concept, you know, Negroid, Mongoloid, Caucasoid, Negroid, the African race, and Mongoloid, the Chinese, Japanese, and to some extent Indians also, and Caucasoid, the cold countries, Europeans, Americans, and all. Okay, so if you understand that the dark skin is protecting the Africans from the UV radiations, it is very essential for their survival. Otherwise, they may die out of skin cancers. So when you understand that, you will realize that dark skin is not an inferior quality. You will not treat them as some inferior people. So the purpose of anthropology, there is another quotation, beautiful quotation by Ruth Benedict, another thinker. She said that the purpose of anthropology is to make the world safer for human differences. So what do you mean by making the world safer for human differences? Say if Nazis killed the Jewish people, what is the reason? The ultimate reason is they are different. So the first level is they are different. Second level is they are inferior. Okay, so this is how it goes. Okay, so once you explain, once you understand scientifically that we all are one, we have some common origins, we all have originated in Africa. Today, before you see some Negroids as an inferior race, we have to know that we all had our origin in Africa. There is a theory called out of Africa theory. So when we understand such concepts, we will stop hating the other people, the people who look different. Okay, we stop hating the other people. So racism, racial discrimination, or Hindu-Muslim issues, when we understand that we all are one. So the purpose of anthropology is to make the world safer for human differences. You don't feel like killing the different people. So that is the purpose. So therefore, we can say it is a humanistic science, a science that promotes humanity. Okay, so it is a humanistic science and a scientific humanity, that is anthropology. And one more thing, how should we in general select an optional? Some of you said you have already selected and decided to take anthropology. Still, your decision must be strong, because after going out in some library, if you meet with some friends, they say you could have chosen some geography or history, then you should not be afraid. Like, you should not get a thought that whether I have taken the right decision or not. Okay, so the points which I am going to explain now will help you to take a decision if you are not yet decided. You have already decided to take anthropology optional, it will make your decision more clear, more stronger. Okay, so that your decision can be an informed decision. Okay, so what should be a good optional? Okay, some people say like we need some educational background, some degree background, or something. So in the case of UPSC, I don't believe in any educational background, because like say for example, you belong to some mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering optional is there, but how many people are choosing it? Or like say for example, you studied some mathematics till +2. How many people are choosing mathematics optional? So the number of students are less. Like even doctors are choosing some anthropology or some sociology. So MBBS, botany, zoology, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. So whatever optionals which are there in the degree, okay, they are not being chosen by the students. What could be the reason? Reason is the syllabus is not matching with other GS papers. Okay, so it's totally isolated. When you prepare for maths, it has nothing to do with your GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4, ethics, integrity, essay writing, nothing. So it's totally isolated. Okay, so that is the reason why some optionals became popular, like say PSIR, anthropology, public administration, to some extent sociology, geography. These are the popular optionals. Any popular optional you take, most of the students do not have degree in that subject. Do you agree? Like, do you have history degree or some geography degree? Nothing. So most of you are some engineering graduates or other technical streams, because most of the education presently is in the technical streams. Okay, so there is no need of any educational background as such. That is first point. Okay, and second thing is, should the subject be interesting? Okay, not compulsory. If it is interesting, it is a bonus plus point. Okay, but it need not be surely interesting, because if you get fever, you have to take medicine only, not chocolate, because chocolate is more interesting. So finally we have to clear the exam. Let it be interesting or boring. Our purpose is to get selected in the exam. So like whatever that bonus I'm speaking, that is like if it is interesting, it is easier for you to spend 1 2 years time with that. Okay, so that bonus also will be there, because anthropology is very diverse subject. It means, let us suppose sometimes when I teach too much of biology, you feel, "Arey, this is difficult." Suddenly I will start something like sociology, some marriage, religion, family, and that will become too theoretical, like you're getting bored after 1 week, 10 days. Suddenly again physical anthropology will come. So you're done with these two, again suddenly archaeology will come. It will be like ancient history, or again that is also kind of exhausted. Then again polity like subject will come, like constitutional safeguards for SC, ST, OBC, minorities, vulnerable sections. So I say in anthropology course, you will feel like as if you are sitting in 5 different subject classes. Okay, biology, sociology, like Indian society, social justice, like subject, history, like subject, polity, like subject. Okay, and what else? So at least these four. So you'll feel as if you are sitting in some 4 different subjects, diverse and everything related to us. Like say, for example, if you go through the syllabus, okay, let us, next slide. Okay, fine. Okay, so if you go through the syllabus once, okay, yeah. The first unit is human evolution. Okay, do one thing. Whatever I keep explaining now about the syllabus, keep memorizing. Not only in this class, whatever class I take, I usually believe in understanding plus memorizing in the class. That is, during the class itself, at least 80% of your preparation must be completed. Okay, let us assume the theme of anthropology syllabus is evolution. Theme is evolution. So in the first unit, what we study? Biological evolution. That is how the apes became the human beings. Okay, like Lamarckism that you studied in your some 7th class, 8th class. Darwinism, that Darwinism which they are planning to remove from the NCRTs now. The discussion is going on. Have you heard about that discussion? So they're planning to remove Darwinism from the syllabus. So in that case, it's a kind of like taking the generation, like a few generations back. So it is kind of retrogressive, because Darwinism explains how the life originated and how the life evolved. So that Darwin, hear the words Lamarckism, Darwinism in the school you studied. Okay. So all those things we will discuss here. Okay. That is evolution of the human beings from the monkeys. Then unit 2 deals with marriage, family. Okay, you remember like this. Say a couple got married. With marriage, they form what? A family. Okay. And beyond family, who else you have in your life? Relatives. Okay. Kin group. Kin group means a group of relatives. Okay. So beyond the family, you have distant relatives. Okay. Then after that, the next larger group to which you belong to is society. Okay, you know, society can be simply defined as the largest group to which we belong to. Okay, largest group to which we belong to. Why like that? Tell me the smallest group to which we belong to. What is the smallest group to which we belong to? Family. Okay, next kin group. Okay, the largest group to which we belong to is society. And every society will have a culture. A couple got married, they formed a family. Beyond the family, they got so many relatives. And then there is a larger group like a caste to which they belong to, or a religion to which they belong to, that formed a society, and every society will have culture. These are the 5 chapters in this unit. Okay. And then you have unit 3. What is the theme of the syllabus, I said? What is the theme of anthropology syllabus? Evolution. So in the first unit, we study the biological evolution. Here we study the evolution of economic organization. What is the most primitive or earliest economic organization a man had? That is about trading. But I'm not speaking only about trading. I'm speaking about economic organization, that is even earning resources. You have to first earn the resources, hunting and gathering. Hunting and gathering. Okay. I hope the difference between trading and economic organization, before you trade, that is you exchange some wheat for fur. Okay. First of all, you have to produce wheat. Na? First of all, you have to produce the fur. Okay. So earning the resources and then trading. So the earliest form of economic organization is hunting and gathering. Then the man got an idea. I'm running behind the animals, and there is no guarantee that I will get an animal to hunt. So he got an idea. Why don't I grow the animals instead of running behind the animals? Why don't I grow the animals? Okay, that idea gave rise to another economic organization called pastoralism. Pastoralism or herding, maintaining herds of animals. Is it clear? Okay. And if at all any of these terms and all are not clear, don't worry that I'm not giving the spellings and all, because like every word I speak will be there in the notes. This is just an orientation class. I'm just a friendly discussion between you and me. Nothing serious, so you don't have to take any notes from this. Not only today, throughout the course also, no need of running notes. Okay, because everything I discuss will be there in the notes given to you. Okay. Usually what happens is notes will be separate. Like teacher will discuss, some other people will make the notes and they'll give a notes nominally. But here it is not like that. A proper notes will be given to you. Okay. So like pastoralism. And then they got an idea. Why should I search for some fruits and vegetables? Why don't I grow them? Horticulture, agriculture started. And then like, okay, I'm growing some wheat. They are growing some paddy. Why don't we exchange? Barter system started. Okay. So I connect it with the theme. In economic anthropology, we study the evolution of economic organization, how the economic organization evolved. Okay, from the basic hunting and gathering till the present day modern economy. Okay, then the next unit is political anthropology. Some noise. Okay, fine. So the next unit is political anthropology. Again, what is the theme of the syllabus? Evolution. Okay, so the more like here we study about the evolution of political organizations. Okay, so for example, let us suppose we have some band, or we have a tribe, and there will be a tribal chief, a tribal chief. Okay. So what is the role of a tribal chief in a hunting gathering economy? Let us suppose they have hunted the animals. Okay. And during hunting gathering, what happens? One day you will get a very large animal and you cannot consume it all. Next day you did not get an animal for hunting at all and you are hungry. So to avoid this excessive food and food shortages, what they do is whatever they hunted, they hand it over to the chief, tribal chief. Then the chief will distribute the meat equally to every member of the tribe. So he is the center of distribution. Right. Okay. Then what happened? This particular chief, like he became a little greedy. He wanted to keep a little larger share for himself, or a better share for himself. The tastiest tender meat I will keep for myself. Then why the other members will agree for it? They will try to attack on him. So what he tried to make, he tried to give a better share to a few friendly people, few people who are friendly to him. Okay, so that became kind of an army, and that gradually gave rise to a kind of democracy. Okay, I hope you understood the evolution. Okay, so like it means from this, in political science there is a quotation that the first form of government is originated not to protect the people but to protect its own self. Is it clear? I mean, the chief wanted to protect himself, because when he wanted to keep a larger share, the chief wanted to protect himself. For that, he wanted to maintain a few people who would support him. Why would they support him? So he had given a larger share to them also. So the first form of government is not to protect the people, but to protect its own self. And the same tendency you can observe in present day governments also. Okay, like say for example, during COVID-19, the political parties will do election propaganda. So they don't have a problem if the people die. Okay, because the same tendency, that is the government is purpose of originating is to protect its own self, not the people. So that is how like the political organization evolved. Okay, and one more example I'll say, like you try to give a word for it. Okay, let us suppose there is a tribe. In that tribe, there are 5 clans. The word we are using is clans. Clan means what? An Indian word for it is like a gotra or a vansh, like Surya Vansh, Chandra Vansh, Naga Vansh, Kashyapa Gotra, Vyasa Gotra, descendants of the sage Vyasa, like that. Okay, so there are 5 clans. Each clan had a clan head. So one tribe, 5 clans in that, 5 clan heads, and each clan is politically autonomous. It means whatever decisions this clan head will take, he is not answerable to the other people. Okay, he is free to take whatever decision he wants. Okay, so that kind of political organization, what would you name it? I'll give you 3 options: centralized, uncentralized, decentralized. Uncentralized. Okay, so the first form is uncentralized. Okay, then why it is not decentralized, I will tell you in 2 more minutes. But meanwhile, okay, let us suppose there is a kingdom and there is only one king, total power concentrated with him only. What would you call? Uncentralized, centralized, decentralized? That is centralized. Right? Okay, then present democracy, like a prime minister, and there are many chief ministers, there are many MPs, MLAs, state ministers, and panchayati raj institutions, decentralized. What is the difference between uncentralized and decentralized? In the decentralized, there will be one final authority, one highest authority to which all the subordinates are answerable, and there is a hierarchy. In uncentralized, there is no centralization at all. Everybody is autonomous. They can do whatever their uh, philosophy, their ideology says them. So therefore, the most primitive form of political organization is uncentralized, evolved to centralized, evolved to decentralized. So this is evolution of political. I remind you again, the theme of our syllabus is evolution. I mean, we study from the roots. Like, let us suppose if you are confused between anthropology and sociology, which is a better optional. And one thing, try to focus on the class. Everybody, please try to focus on the class. The more you focus, it will continue. Okay, and if you start getting distracted, it's my personal experience as a student also. So once I get distracted, it go total 2 hours gone, overhead transmission. So once we start focusing on the topic, total 2 hours we will listen. It is something like that. So try to focus on what we are discussing, try to memorize the things and try to participate in the discussion. Okay. So like that, evolution is our theme. If you are confused between sociology optional or in future, if you get confused, because after 1 or 2 attempts also people come and ask whether we have to change the optional. So if you are clear about the optional, it does not mean that it is ultimately clear. So your point should be clear in your mind completely. So what is the difference between sociology and anthropology? The place where anthropology end, there the sociology begins. Like for example, we study from hunting gathering to the modern day economics. In sociology also you will have economics, but they study the present economics. Okay. We study from hunting at this uncentralized to the decentralized. We stop at decentralized. Okay. And in sociology also they have political, but they study about present politics. Okay. In religion, we study about the evolution of religion. That is, when we started believing in some supernatural power, what actually is religion? Okay. So from there we start and we stop at the present day religious issues. Whereas socialism primarily deals with present day communalism, Hindu Muslim issues, what is the source of Hindu Muslim issues, such topics. So that makes sociology more vast because, like, say, for example, usually the growth happens like this. At the roots it will be narrow. The more application you go, there is no end for it. Okay. So that makes sociology little vast, more syllabus, and you have to read more, and also it makes it more dynamic, means more current affairs related. In anthropology, the role of current affairs is minimum when compared to the other optionals. Of course you will have some role. It's not like you don't need current affairs at all. But when you compare it with some political science, PubAd, sociology and all, the role of current affairs is less because the nature of the subject is like that. So that is about religion. Okay, so political anthropology. Then the next one is religion. Okay. So like, do you feel like, we don't know because they never interacted with us, but do you feel that cats and dogs will also have some belief in the supernatural power? Do you feel they think about some supernatural power and all? So according to many anthropologists, no. They say religion is unique to human beings. If not unique to human beings, there was one anthropologist called Jane Goodall, okay, and she did some research, and in her opinion, chimpanzees have religion. They have some spirituality, they have some religion, okay. So first of all, what do you mean by religion? Tell me what you feel. It need not be correct. Just tell me what you feel is religion. Yes. A community of people who have this common faith. Okay. Yes, it acted as a constitution for Vedic people. Like, say, for example, we have Manusmriti in Hinduism. Okay, so that is a rule book. Like, presently, we have constitution. So that acted as a constitution. But most fundamental definition is belief in supernatural. There is something beyond the natural forces. That is what is religion. Okay. And the most primitive form of thing is atheism, that is there is no god. Okay. When there are multiple gods, what is the word you give? Polytheism. Okay. Then if you worship one god in many forms, okay, and I'm not asking for your from your knowledge. Okay, so here at this moment, if you ask me, you're asking us so many questions, so are you expecting us to read and come to the class? Absolutely don't read before the class. Time waste. If you have extra time, okay, take care of your economy, geography, newspaper, read one more newspaper. Okay, join one more source of some essay writing. You don't have to come prepared, just come like a white paper. Okay, because if you already study and come, then I will start explaining from ABCD, you will get bored. Okay, and the second thing is your time is wasted because anyhow, when I'm going to explain, why should you again study for it? So your time is wasted. Moreover, if you have a wrong opinion, changing it is more difficult. Like a red wall to be converted into green wall is more difficult than painting a white wall into green. Okay, so you just come neutral. When I'm asking the questions, okay, just for an interaction, like I will not judge if you cannot answer. And also, I will never ask the questions pointing to one student, like you tell me the answer. It will never happen. I will only address to the group. Okay. And what we were discussing, yeah. So you said polytheism, but if you are worshipping only one God, but in multiple forms, try to derive a word for it, not from your knowledge. Give a word, create a word for it. Right? Can we call it as polymorphism? Can we call it as polymorphism? Okay. Polymorphism means one God in many forms. Poly means what? Many. Morph means what? Forms. Polymorphism means multiple forms. Is it clear? Yes. I just want to make sure whether the online students are understanding everything. Any issue you are facing? And I also request you people not, are all the points clear? You're not understanding the things? Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay, fine. So let us see. I will also talk to you at the end of the class one more time. I'll definitely consider that. So like polymorphism means what? One God in multiple forms. Okay. Then after that, like try to give another word. Okay. You please keep trying, the online students as well. Try to give a word for, you are worshipping like a God, but in the animal form. You are worshipping a God in the animal form. I mean, you are not worshipping the animal. You are worshipping the God like Lord Vishnu, but in the form of a fish or something. Then what could be the word for it? Can we call it as zoomorphism? Okay. So why this is called zoomorphism? Because God in the form of animal. Okay. I'm worshipping the God in the form of animal. Is that clear? And it is not fetishism, it is not totemism. Okay, it is zoomorphism, that is worshipping the God in the form of an animal. So here we are not worshipping the animal. For example, Matsyavatar, if you take in Dashavataras, if you take Matsyavatar, okay, then that is not, you're not worshipping the fish, otherwise you will even fry the fish and eat. So fish is not important, Lord Vishnu is important. The only thing is worshipping in the form of a fish. So we can call it as zoomorphism. Okay. And then from this, you derive another word. If we worship the God in human form, okay, like some Lord Shiva, Vishnu in the human form, what could be the word? Yes, Poonam, Sohel, Alka, try to give a word for it. It will sound something like this only. Worshipping the God in animal form is zoomorphism. So what is worshipping the God in human form? What is the name of our optional? Anthropology. So try to give a word like this. Everybody? Anthropomorphism. Okay, anthropomorphism. That is worshipping the God in the human form. So these are the different types of religion. That is how we discuss about the religion. Okay, right. So yes, Sohel, Niket, Poonam, correct. So it is called as anthropomorphism. Okay. Then after that, so that is how in general we discuss about evolution. Here also we study about the evolution of religion. So what is the theme of our syllabus? Yes, friends? Evolution. So that is how we have seen the evolution. In different chapters, we discussed about the evolution of different concepts. Okay. Then now coming to unit 6 theories, that is anthropological theories. Is it clear? So here we study some basic theories. I'll give you two words and two concepts, try to match with each other. Okay. All the theories are discussing about culture. Okay, yes, keep responding. All theories, anthropological theories are discussing about what? The basic concept is, yes, friends. Okay, the theories are about what? They are all about culture. Okay, now let us suppose there are two proposals. One proposal is the culture of every society originated in that society itself. The culture, like say for example, Indian culture originated in India itself. We did not, like, I mean, no westernization. We did not learn culture from Western culture. Okay, our culture originated in India itself. Egyptian culture originated in Egypt itself. American culture originated in America itself. There is no spreading of the culture from one place to the other. This is one proposal. Another proposal is culture originated only in Egypt, and from Egypt, culture got diffused, that is, it spread to various other regions like different continents. So these are the two proposals. Are these two proposals clear? Niket, Prasanna, clear? What are the two proposals? Okay, one is culture originated in that place itself. Second proposal is culture originated only in one place and then got diffused. Now I will give you two words: evolutionism, diffusionism. Okay, so culture originated in different places. I mean, Indian culture originated in India itself. Which word will you give? Everybody? Evolutionism or diffusionism? Yes, friends, everybody? Evolutionism. It is called evolutionism. Culture originated only in Egypt, and from Egypt it got diversified to different other regions. What is that called as? Diffusionism. Okay, so like this we study about the theories. Okay, and yes, like that only, keep messaging, keep interacting. Interaction comes from your side also. You feel as if like I'm asking the questions to everyone. Okay, so keep responding. So those are the two theories. Then I'll give you one more example. Take marriage. What do you feel are the functions of marriage, the duties of marriage? What could be the duties of marriage? Sexual relation. Is marriage compulsory for sexual relation? Now live-in relations are there, and many animals, they don't get married but they will have sexual relations. So marriage is not compulsory for sexual relations, but it is compulsory for legitimate sexual relations, socially accepted sexual relations. That is one function. Second function is procreation of children. Use the word procreation of children. Okay. So for procreation we need. Is it compulsory? बच्चे को पैदा करने के लिए marriage compulsory है क्या? Yes. Is it compulsory? No. Animals are also giving birth to the children. It is not compulsory. Okay. So for legitimate children, that is, if the children should be socially accepted, for that marriage is needed. Okay. And also like upbringing the children, growing them up. Like say for example, if you take a cat's kitten or a dog's puppy, how much time the young ones depend on the parents? Hardly 1 week. A dog's puppy will depend on the parents hardly 1 week. But even today we are dependent on our parents. Yes or no? There is no end for it. Especially in India, there is no end for it. Okay, either the children should die or the parents. So before that, there is no end for the child protecting, parents protecting the parents, the children. Okay, so it means upbringing the children, socializing them, teaching them the culture, teaching them the values, teaching them the ambitions, teaching them discipline. So all these things. So these are the three important functions: legitimate sexual relations, procreation of the children, okay, and then upbringing the children. These are the functions. There is one theory called as functionalism. It says that marriage originated, okay, that is, marriage originated only to fulfill these functions. Is the theory name suitable for it? Can we call such theory as functionalism? I mean, marriage originated, okay, for children. Like marriage originated for legitimate sexual relations. Marriage originated for upbringing the children. Okay, so to fulfill these functions, marriage originated. Function means what? Not some party celebration. Okay, duty. ये duties fulfill करने के लिए marriage institution originated. So that is what is functionalism. Is it clear? So like this, in a simple way, we discussed three theories. So do you feel the theories in anthropology are simple? The proposal is culture originated in individual places, evolutionism. Culture originated in one place and then diffused to the other places, diffusionism. Okay. The social institutions like marriage and all, they are originated to fulfill certain duties. To fulfill certain duties, they are originated. That is functionalism. So like this, we have around 10 theories in the unit 6. Is it clear? Yes. Are you all following? Okay. Then we have culture and language. Again, here also the same theme, evolution. That is how language, how we started speaking and all that. Okay. Then after that, research methods. Here usually we have social research. Okay. So can you suggest some methods of social research? Everybody? Yes, online also you can keep messaging me. What are some methods of social research? Yes, yes. That is called observation. Okay, that is living with them and observing them. And we can also use the word participant observation. That is like, say, for example, going there, staying there, like a thinker called Malinowski. Okay, Malinowski, he stayed with a tribe for around 4 years continuously. Okay, so that is called participant observation. And yes, surveys. Okay, Aryan, Jaiprakash, Krishna, Gayatri say surveys. Okay, any other research methods? Questionnaire is one method. Yes, interviews, Vaji, Dakshita, interviews, correct. So interviews, these are different methods of social research. Okay, and many more, like say for example census. Okay, the population census is also an anthropological research, because what all information they collect: gender, religion, caste, okay, and economic background. So these are all the number of people. So these are the information they collect during the census. So that is also like an anthropological study. Census, survey, interview, participant observation. These are the different research methods we study here. And unit 9 deals with genetics. That is DNA, genes, okay, genetic diseases. What are the problems of marriages between close relatives? Okay, all these topics we'll study in genetics. Then after that, unit 10 deals with human growth and development. And one more thing, I gave you a small assignment. I don't remember, like, I don't know whether you remember or not. You are by hearting the concepts. I'll ask you like what deals with what now. Okay, so keep memorizing along with listening. Is it clear? Okay. Then we have human growth and development. In human growth and development, we study from the zygote, egg and sperm fusing and forming the zygote till the death of the person, the complete life cycle. So that we study in the human growth and development. Okay. And then after that, unit 11, in that we discuss about fertility. Okay, fertility and demography. It will be like the same thing that you study in your human geography or population census. You study about this in your other GS papers as well. Okay, like demographic dividend, demographic transition. Okay, so presently the population is in which stage of the development? Is it stationary phase or expanding phase? The population pyramid structures, expanding pyramids, all these things we'll study in the fertility demography. Then lastly, unit 12, that is applications of anthropology. Yes, so hell womb to tomb we study in the unit 10. Okay, then unit 12 is applications of anthropology. Like say for example, sports anthropology. Okay, let us assume a very thin, weak person participate in wrestling. Do you agree the chances of success are less? A very thin, weak person, chances of success are quite less. Okay. Same way, a very fatty, obese person, it is difficult to walk and participate in the athletics. Then also the chance of success is less. So do you feel that it is better to choose a sport depending, depending on our body nature, structure, size, height, say some volleyball, basketball, high jumping, tall height people are suitable. So all these we study in sports anthropology. Okay, then you might have watched some CID like serials. Okay, so in any investigation serial, first thing is the fingerprint people will come with some powders. So they will use some powders to take out the fingerprints from the crime scene. Also, like say for example, you might have heard about DNA profiling. In SNT also there is recent DNA profiling bill. Okay, so like DNA profiling means comparing the DNA of the suspect and finding out the criminal. So DNA fingerprinting. Okay, and let us suppose there is some two blood samples found in the crime scene. One is that of the victim, that is the person who died. And there is another blood group. B group blood is also there, A group blood is also there. Victim is B blood group. Means in addition to victim, there is another person in that room and his blood group is A group. Okay. And then what we do, we check the blood group of the suspected people. You are suspecting some 2-3 people, you check their blood group. Their blood group is B or O or AB. There is no A blood group in the suspected people. Okay. So can I say that they are not the criminals? They are out of the case because their blood did not match? Yes, they are out of the case. They are not suspect because the person who was in the crime scene had A blood group. But all these people had some other blood groups, B, A, B, O. Now let us assume the suspected person is also having A blood group. Okay, so in the crime scene, whatever blood they got matched with the suspect. So can I say that he is the criminal and give him life sentence? No, why no? Because there are so many A blood group people over there. So it means we can use blood groups to eliminate. We cannot use blood groups to include a person in the crime scene. Okay, so blood groups, DNA, fingerprints, all these come under anthropology. And why do they come under anthropology? Yes, sperms also. Like say for example, rape case, you can find sperms from the victim's body, her clothes or organs and all. So you can match it with the suspected person. If the DNA is not matching, then he is out of the crime. Okay, and if it is matching, okay, then mostly included because it is semen. Okay, so definitely he could have raped the girl. So like that, semen sample, blood groups, fingerprints, DNA, all these are in the human body. So human is anthropology. And we are using this anthropology for forensic cases, crime solving. So it is called forensic anthropology, sports anthropology, forensic anthropology, anthropology in behavioral studies. Okay, that is people of different physics, their psychology is also different. So there are some such psychological studies. And anthropology in designing the defense equipment. For example, a fighter jet and the pilot is too tall. He is sitting like this and driving it. Okay. So will there be an effect on his performance, accuracy, skill, effectivity? So it means the defense equipment also should be designed according to the anthropometric. Okay. Memorize the word anthropometric, right? Okay. So anthropometric, metric means what? Measurement. So what measurement? Human body measurement. Okay. All those we'll discuss in the unit 12. Now, a kind of memory check. Okay. Yes, you people also participate in this. Krishna, Vajid, Venkatesh, etc. Online students. Unit 3 dealt with which topic? Everybody, please. Unit 3 dealt with which topic? Economic anthropology. Then, okay, very good. Then unit 5 dealt with which topic? Unit 5 dealt with which topic? Religion. Very good. Okay. Then unit 6 dealt with which topic? Theories. During the discussion, I mentioned the name of one thinker and I said he spent with a tribe for 4 years. Can you recollect the thinker's name? Malinowski. Very good. Okay. So then unit 7 dealt with what? Language and culture. Unit 7 dealt with language and culture. Okay. And online students, when you answer, when you message, what you can do is you can use only the first letters. Like say, for example, my next question is, What are the 5 chapters in the unit 2? You can use only the first letters for the 5 chapters. Marriage, family, kinship, society, culture. These are the 5 chapters in the unit 2. Very good. Thank you so much. Then applications of anthropology are in which unit? 12. Okay. There are 5 units in the syllabus which dealt with biological aspects. What are those units? You can tell me the numbers? 5 units in which biological concepts are there. Coming from the first, what about unit 1? Evolution. Okay, next. 2 is marriage, family, kinship. They're social subjects. Okay. Then after that, economic is not biological. That is social only. 9, genetics. Okay, then after that, no, 6 is Akash, 6 is theories. Theories are not biological, they are social only. 9, genetics. Then 10, human growth and development. 11, fertility, that is childbirth and all that. And 12, applications of anthropology. These are the 5 biological units. Okay. Then after that, we have paper 2. This is about paper 2. In paper 1, we have total 12 units. In paper 2, we have only 9 units. So the number of units are also less in the paper 2. Like in paper 1, we have not only the number of units, kind of length of the units also. Like say in unit 1, we have 8 chapters, 1.1 to 1.8. In unit 2, we have 5 chapters, marriage, family, kinship, etc. In unit 6, you have 10 theories. Okay. And unit 9, you have 8 chapters, 9.1 to 9.8. So not only the number of units, even the volume of the syllabus is also more. So I can say paper 2 is kind of only 50% of paper 1 in the volume. Okay, I mean only in the subject. Okay, but okay, weightage wise same, isn't it? Okay, so same 250 marks you will expect here also. So that makes the paper 2 very, very important. The effort we have to keep here is less, but we can expect the same weightage in this. Okay, so in this unit 1 is archaeology. And also again you have to memorize. I'll ask you some questions. Unit 1, paper 2 is archaeology. In this we study about Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, Indus Valley civilization, all those things. Okay. Then unit 2, 3 and 5. Indian anthropology. Unit 2, 3 and 5, they are Indian anthropology. So in this, what topics we discuss? Caste system. Do you agree caste system is unique to India? Normal general discussion. Tell me your opinion. Yes, the online students also. Is caste system unique to India? Yes, yes or no? Tell me your opinion. You can go wrong, no problem. But caste, I'm saying. Class is there. There is no doubt in that. Caste particularly, is it unique to India or not? Okay, mixed opinions. You're not very sure, or some of you are saying yes, some of you are saying no. Okay, so my answer is neither yes nor no. It depends on the way you define the word caste. For example, if you define the word caste just as a category, then of course we have categories everywhere. Like in Islam, you have Sunni, Shia. In Buddhism, you have Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana. So if you just define the word caste as a category, then yes, it is not unique. But if you define the word caste along with all its characteristics, like for example, we have untouchability. We have thousands of castes. Do you have thousands of categories in any other religion? Islam, Christian, maximum 2, 3 or 4, 5. not thousands of that. Okay, do you have untouchability in the other religions? Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, untouchability? No. Okay, and hereditary nature, that is, you cannot change your caste. You know this? Even according to the constitution, for example, like let us suppose I'm born to an ST woman and higher caste man. I want ST certificate, I will not get. I will get the caste of my father only. In India, if you want, you can change your religion also, but you cannot change your caste. Caste is fixed. Class can be lottery ticket, one lottery ticket, tomorrow you are rich. Is it clear? You can, class is you can change, whereas caste cannot be changed. That is called closed group. Caste is a closed group, you cannot change. So now I told you only three features of caste system. You tell me, with these three features, do you have such a system in any other part of the world? Untouchability, thousands of groups, and the fact that you cannot change it. Do you have such a system in any other religion, any other country? No. So like this, if you define the word caste, then it is unique. So in some sources, some people may say caste is unique, some people may say it is not unique. Then you need not get confused. It simply depends on the way we describe it. Okay, as somebody is saying here, the word caste itself is also a Portuguese word. So it is not even an Indian word. Then how do you say caste is unique to India? The word itself is of foreign origin. So if you just define it as summaries, define it as just categories, then it is not unique. Define it along with all its characteristics. If you consider all its characteristics, there is no such system in the world, in any other religion. Okay. So like that, caste is unique to India. Did you hear the words higher caste, dominant caste? Like say, for example, yes, Poonam is saying 6,770 castes are there. Okay, so like that, this much diversity you don't have in any other system. Okay, so like that, now, dominant caste, higher caste. I'll give you one example, Brahmin, higher caste or dominant caste? Higher caste. So higher caste is based on religious purity. Okay, I mean something supernatural, spirituality, purity. So this is not, this purity is not like they have taken bath or they have used some Dettol soap, not that purity, religious purity I'm speaking about. So that kind of a caste is called as higher caste. Suggest the opposite word for higher caste. Yes, everybody. Lower caste. Yes, Asutosh, Akshita, correct. Lower caste. The other word I'm using is a dominant caste, some Jat, okay, or Khatri, or some Marathas, or some Nayar, okay, or Lingayats in Karnataka, or Kamma, Reddy, Velama in Telugu states, okay. So like that, these are higher caste or dominant caste. Dominant, because they have nothing to do with religious purity. They are powerful caste. Okay, what kind of power? Economic, political, I mean rich, landowning caste. Political, that is some local level or national level or state level political leaders belong to that caste. Numerical, number wise they are more, because in democracy, numerical strength gives them the political power. Numerical and education, they are educated, not Vedic education. Modern ed, some doctors are there, engineers are there, that kind of a caste is called as a dominant caste. Suggest the opposite word for dominant caste. Yes. Yes, friends. Opposite word for dominant caste. Subordinate caste, okay. Dependent caste. Okay, the opposite word is dependent caste. So there are two pairs of words. Dominant caste, dependent caste, higher caste, lower caste. So the first pair, dominant caste, dependent caste, based on the power. Second concept, higher caste, lower caste, depends on the religious purity. Then we have karma theory. Okay, karma, destiny, it's a very complicated subject. Like say, for example, so if I slap you and you slap me 3 in return, okay, then like you will have net punya karma. Okay, so it means like say I will have net punya karma because I have done sin by slapping you, but you slapped me 3 in return, so it gone. I have net positive with me. Okay, because I have taken more punishment than the mistake that I have done. Understood the point? Okay, I slapped you, that's a sin, but you slapped me 3. Means you did more sin to me. So I received more punishment than the sin I have done. So I have net positive or net negative, net papa karma or net punya karma, net punya karma. Okay. And also let us suppose like you're driving very safely in some 30 speed you are going, still a drunkard came in front of your car and he died. It means your karma is not in your hands. Is it clear? So destiny also matters. Unknowingly you can do. And also there are so many puzzles here. Okay. So there is one saying in the religion that like without Lord Shiva's permission, even an ant will not bite. So this is a saying actually. I just translated a Telugu saying. Okay. So it will not sound to you like a saying, but it is what they believe. So it means if every action is under the control of the God, then who are we to commit sin and all? Did you understand? If God decides that you like some accident happened or some murder or rape happened, then why do we punish the people? So like this, there are so many kind of interconnected, mysterious things that cannot be explained. So all these karma theory, caste system, varna system. What is the difference between varna and caste? Can you tell me one difference? Caste is based on birth, yes. Okay, and Varna is based on work. Okay, Guna, Karma. Is it Guna means nature? Karma means action. Okay, there is one sloka hymn. Okay, that is Chaturvarnam Maya Srishtya Guna Karma Vibhagasa. That is, God created the four Varnas based on Guna, that is nature, and then Karma, that is occupation. Okay. And there is one more crucial difference between Varna and caste. Can anybody say that? Crucial difference. This makes fundamental difference. There are many differences. We'll discuss at length later, but one very important difference. Okay, that is right. Varna in the Vedic period, caste post-Vedic period. And yes, Avinash, you are correct. Varna only four. Only four varna: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. This is the difference I am expecting when I said most crucial difference. This is what I was expecting. Okay. Then like castes, some number I told you. I'm very bad at remembering the numbers, by the way. So thousands of castes we have. And yes, caste originated from Varna. You cannot see them as two contemporary things. Okay. So like this, then we have village studies, you know, judge money system. Judge money system originated from the root word called as, judge money system originated from the root word called judge money. Sounds like Yajman. Yajman means what? Lord, owner, boss. Okay. Judge money system originated from the root word Yajman. So Yajman became Judgment. A system where judgment is at the center became judgmony system. Okay. So in this, there will be a judgment. Usually the judgment belongs to the dominant caste. Usually judgment belongs to the dominant caste. Okay. And there will be, did you hear this scolding kamine? Heard? Oh, don't worry, I'm not scolding you. Okay, that word originated from judgmony system only. Okay. Wrong. Actually, we should not scold like that. Okay, because the dependent caste is called judgment, opposite word coming. Is it clear? Judgment, opposite word coming. It means, I hope you know that there are many scoldings or bad words addressing the name of the lower caste. SC/ST Atrocities Act also deals with that. If you scold insulting by the name of the caste, by the name of the occupation, that is a crime under the SC/ST Atrocities Act. Like that only. So don't scold anybody as come in. That is wrong. Okay. So like the other word for it is Persian. Parjan, it means other man. Yajman, Parjan, Lord and the other person. So these are the opposite words for it. Is it clear? Okay. Like say for example, Nai, that is a barber community. Same way a sonar, he is also a Kamin. Is it clear? Then Lohar, he is also. Okay, then you have Mali, he is also. And then you have kind of, what else? Dhobi. Okay, and I'm in general, I'm explaining, like introducing the subject to you. If you did not draw this today, no problem. It will be there in the notes. I will give you in multiple forms when actually the topic comes. I'm only trying to explain the Indian anthropology looks like. I'm just trying to make you taste everything. Like say, for example, in some in olden days when the buffet systems were not there, like they used to first put a little bit amount of all the things, so that you will taste everything and then you can eat more of whatever you liked. So this is one such kind of a session. So you don't have to write down and all that. Okay. Then here what happens is the judgment will give them the goods or grains, food for consumption, and they will offer services. Is it clear? They will offer services. So this system, like barter, not exactly barter, because barter system. So can you tell me this point, the difference between judge money and barter? One difference. Yes, the online students as well. In barter system, it is only exchange of goods, whereas here it is exchange of goods and services. Okay, very good. One more difference, crucial difference. Caste. Judgment system is related to the caste of the person. Caste system will support it. But in barter system, no caste. Anybody can exchange any object. Is it clear? So like that, there are many differences. Just for a sample, just for taste, we have seen two differences. So that is judgment system. Okay. So such concepts we will discuss. Village studies. Okay. Agrarian relations. Like say, for example, landlord, zamindar, landlord, peasant. Peasant means farmer, small scale farmer. Landlord is who owns the land in large chunks. Okay. And then tenant. Okay. It means he will take the land for rent and he will rent or lease and he will cultivate. So this is agrarian system. Agrarian system. Okay. Then judge money system, caste system, varna system, origin of the caste, origin of varna. Okay. And then the difference between dominant caste, Sanskritization. Did you hear this word Sanskritization? The lower caste people emit. For example, if you say, like if your mothers say, I stopped eating non-vegetarian because these days I became more spiritual. I am into more pujas and all. So I stopped eating non-veg. That is Sanskritization. That is imitating the Brahmins. If a lower caste imitate the higher caste in their lifestyle, food habits, dressing and all, so that is called as Sanskritization. Is it clear? Everybody online? Yes, Sanskritization clear? So like that. So these are the topics that come under Indian anthropology. By the way, another memory test. Which three units in the paper 2 I said comes under Indian anthropology? 2? Yes, everybody? 2, 3 and 5. So 1 deals with what? Archaeology. 2, 3, 5 deals about all these topics: caste, religion, varna, judgmani, village studies, agrarian, Sanskritization, all these concepts. Okay. Then what about unit 4? Unit 4 deals with Indian. Thinking that I am again writing the same thing? No. Indian anthropologists, thinkers like M.N. Srinivas. Name is familiar. M.N. Srinivas in Indian society also you must have studied. He was the person who gave this concept of Sanskritization, dominant caste. All these are given by M.N. Srinivas. Kathleen Gau. Okay, she studied about marriage system in Nayar community. And you also might have heard about some reference textbook for you, Madan and Majumdar textbook. So T.N. Madan, Trilokinath Madan, Dhirendranath Majumdar. Okay, L.P. Vidyarthi, Lalita Prasad Vidyarthi. So like this, we have some Indian thinkers. That is Unit 4. So Unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 completed. Then after that, Unit 6 to 9, that is 6, 7, 8, 9 is Tribal India. Okay. In tribal India, we'll discuss the topics like the tribal problems. And because the tribals are facing many problems, they will give, we have constitutional provisions for them. Okay, constitutional safeguards. And tribal movements, that is revolutions, that is they revoluted because when the tribals feel that they are being suppressed or exploited, they revolt. Tribal movements. Then we have tribal classification, classification on the grounds of the place where they live, on the grounds of the religion which they follow, on the grounds of the economic occupation they have. That is hunting gathering tribes, pastoral tribes, horticulturist tribes, or agricultural tribes, shift cultivating tribes, like that. Okay. And classification based on the language they speak. So like that classification. Then what we have, PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Okay. So like this, we have different topics, okay, on tribals. That is Unit 6 to 9, Tribal India. This is about the paper 2. Okay. Now let us see the weightage of different portions. I hope this is clear for all of you. Okay, weightage. Total anthropology we can divide into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects, as I told you. The first one is physical anthropology. It is total, that is biology related. It is total 24% of the total syllabus. Then you may ask me how it became 24%. You only told me that the units 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, that is 5 out of total 21 units. 24% of the syllabus is physical anthropology. How 21? 12 in the paper 1, 9 in the paper 2. Total 21 units, 5 out of 21, 24% physical. Then unit 2 to 8 of paper 1, okay, is socio-cultural 33%. Is it clear? 33% of the total syllabus is socio-cultural anthropology. Then Indian anthropology, I told you like 2, 3, 5. Okay. Plus also you can consider the 4 also because 4 is Indian anthropologists. Okay. So these 4, 19%. 4 out of 21, 19% of the syllabus. Then archaeology. You have archaeology in 1.8 paper 1. And I may ask you these units also. So keep memorizing. 1.8 of the paper 1, that is I told you unit 1 paper 1 evolution. In that you have 8 chapters. 1.8 deals with archaeology. Plus also unit 1 of paper 2 also deals with archaeology. I just told you unit 1 is archaeology, 2, 3, 5 Indian anthropology, 4 is Indian anthropologist. Okay. So that is after all kind of 1 unit maximum. 1 out of 21 comes out some around 5% of the total syllabus is archaeology. But of course, weightage is more. They are asking many questions from archaeology. Only because it is 5%, we cannot underestimate it. Then tribal India, I told you 6 to 9 of paper 2, that comes out to be 19% of the total syllabus. These are the relative weightage of different subjects. Then what else you have? Yes. A good optional should overlap with other GS papers, I said. Otherwise, why don't you take some electrical engineering? Why don't you take some medicine? Why don't you take something from your degree background? What makes anthropology special? Okay, overlap with other GS papers. So let us see how it overlaps. It overlaps with Indian society in the GS paper 1. So in that we have the unity in diversity, vulnerable sections, women issues, religious issues, all those things. Okay. Then GS paper 2 social justice, again in that also SC, ST, OBC, okay, demography, population demography in the Indian society. So like that GS paper 2 social justice, you know, only these two together. On the online platform, I usually every year 2-3 times I conduct this course. Okay, that is Indian society, social justice put together. Okay, it is some around 135 marks, because usually around an average of 7 questions coming from Indian society. In some years, there are a few years, like 2-3 years back, directly 12-13 questions came from Indian society. So if I take the average to be on the lower side, around 7 questions, and around 3 questions, lower side only, sometimes 4-5 questions are also coming. If I take the average on the lower side, still 3 questions are coming from social justice. These two together around 135 marks. It means it is like almost half a paper. Okay, so that much overlap will be there with direct overlap. Word to word, the syllabus is matching. Okay, then again, science and technology, of course, a little bit portion, the biology portion of the physical anthropology will match with biotechnology, genetics, and all. So I don't claim any marks here because you may not even get that question also. Okay, all this weightage I am saying on the lower side only. Okay, I'm not at all exaggerating. Then ethics integrity, here also I don't claim any marks, but the nature of the subject is like that, like slightly philosophical, theoretical. So your knowledge of anthropology will help you in writing the ethics answers. Okay, then essay paper, most importantly, here I will claim some around 100 marks. Okay, why? Like say for example, there was one previous essay, okay, that is culture is what we are and civilization is what we have. Okay, means the civilization is objects. Okay, like the dress we wear, this building, this infrastructure, this technology, this is all technology, civilization. Culture is about our lifestyle, okay, food habits and all that. So culture is what we are, our behavior, our lifestyle and all. And civilization is what we have, the objects we have. Okay, I will add one more point to it. Religion is what we think. Religion is what we think. Culture is what we are. Civilization is what we have. And why I am mentioning this? This was an essay topic. And we have culture, civilization, both chapters in our syllabus. Okay. Not only this, this is an unusual case. Directly the same topic came. But in general, essay topic will be from vulnerable sections, gender empowerment, okay, and women empowerment, and the vulnerable section, religion, communalism, okay, like SCST, any social concept, okay, comes in the essay. It will match with anthropology syllabus, okay. So almost it is having a huge overlap with the other papers, and also in the prelims also it will help in ancient history, polity, little bit of biotechnology for prelims as well. So anthropology is not isolated from your other GS preparation. It will help you in the preparation of the other GS papers also. Okay, fine. The subject is good. But how it is doing in the recent years? It means, are the people getting selected? Yes. Consistently, every year there are few people in the top 10 ranks. And consistently, this year also the third rank is anthropology, some 22nd rank is anthropology. So like many students are scoring in the top 10, and 300 plus marks are coming like repeatedly, consistently every year. Highest scores are from anthropology. But one point I would like to say here is, okay, there are students in the top 10. So like sometimes the first rank is from anthropology, or third rank, sixth rank, seventh rank. So there are so many rankers in the top 10. But we should not select an optional looking at that criteria, because getting a rank in top 10 is very difficult. It's a feat. Like even if you ask a third ranker, they will not say, I'm sure that I will get third. So like I expected some rank and luckily I got this. I'm happy, I'm surprised that I got this rank. So you should not go by that point. How many people are getting in top 10 should not be your criteria. So what is a better criteria for that? Okay, the better criteria is this average score. Okay, that is like, say for example, some students got 362. Okay, that is highest score. Okay, that happened in anthropology, even higher when compared to mathematics optional also. 362 is the highest score in anthropology. So that is even more than mathematics, which is very scoring in general. Okay, but again, that also you should not consider, because getting 362, even it's like a, there are many factors in that, a little bit of luck, the situations should cooperate, like many factors will come in that. You should first clear the prelims. So you cannot imagine such feats in the mind and proceed with an optional. So what is most important variable for you is average marks. Means some people got 362, some students got 310, some students got 320, some students got 200. So what is the average of all the students' marks? Okay, that is 264 for anthropology when compared to 253 for geography, 259 for history, 253 for PSIR, 260 for PUBAD. It means anthropology average score is better when compared to all other popular optionals. You can see some 274 here, but that is animal husbandry. Who is taking it? I mean, the number of students who write it is less. So again, you cannot go by that. So if you compare with all popular optionals, the average score of anthropology is better. So it means an above average student with a lot of discipline and preparation can easily score 360, 260 plus. And you can aim at even to 320, 330 marks as well. It is one such subject. And what is the reason why more scores are coming in anthropology? Why more people are getting selected from anthropology? What is the reason? Science. Okay, so it is science and humanity. If it is humanities, it is analytical. So there is a chance that the examiner can cut the marks. But if it is science, if it is a technical kind of subject, then there is no chance that they will cut the marks. And like, of course, they will cut the marks, but the chance is limited. So mathematics and technical subjects will be kind of more scoring. So because of its technical nature, scientific nature, it is more scoring. Okay. Then one more criteria is like the number of selected students. Okay. And also the proportion of selected students. That is how many of them have written the exam, how many students got selected. So in the, if you take any criteria, highest mark 362, number of students in the top 10 ranks, then also anthropology. Okay, highest average among the popular optionals, then also anthropology. Proportion of selection, that is how many students have written the exam with that optional and how many cleared. Okay, because sometimes you may find more selections in some PSIR or some other optional, but you should also consider how many of the students have written in that proportion. Okay, that is also an important variable. So like this, any variable you take, anthropology did well in the last few years, so you can be confident about your decision. Okay. And now let us see about our course. Okay, how this course proceeds. Okay, you will have 108 classes, and each class duration is 2.5 hours, and it is 6-day week. Okay, 6-day week course. And if you are really paying the concentration, okay, 100% understanding. Okay, it means I will explain till you understand. It means any number of doubts you can ask in the class or after the class, and minimum 80%, okay, learning. Depending on your concentration skills, minimum around 80% learning, plus 100% notes will be given to you. Okay, and if you ask me, is the notes enough or should we read any reference textbooks also? Okay, if you get that doubt, simple answer. If you have time, like say for example, you are writing in some 2025, 2026, you just started your graduation, you have so much of time, then read. Then why some Ember and Ember? Okay, some film magazine also you read, it will help you in the language, in the presentation. Okay, so it's not a big mystery whether the notes is enough or the textbooks are needed, is not a huge mystery. Okay, if you have time, you read it. You don't have time, then don't get afraid. Only the notes is enough. There are many rankers who said that they followed only the notes. And one more thing, it is not even notes versus reference textbooks. Okay, reference textbooks are in the notes. I mean, I did not create, thermodynamics laws, nothing is created. Okay, so it is all recycled, kind of like it is a compilation of different sources. So, for example, some ranker says some other source is good. Okay, then you don't get afraid. Like, I'm not reading that source, I'm reading this source. Okay, so what you do is simply compare both the sources. Okay, so some ranker said some source X is good. Okay, and I am saying my notes is good. Okay, then simple solution, keep both the sources together, compare. If those points are also in our notes, then be confident. Okay, don't blindly go by the teacher. For example, I advised you to read only the notes and you followed that. Then what happens? You will get afraid one day or the other day. For example, you are sitting in a library. Okay, many other friends are sitting with huge piles of reference textbooks. They will frighten you. We are reading all these things. You are after all sitting with a small book. That is not enough. Then you are afraid. So that moment will come. That is the reason why don't blindly trust me. Okay, people suggest multiple sources. Compare the sources, that source with this source. You have all those points also in this. Plus you have more points in this. Then there is no fear. Fearlessly, you can omit the other sources. Do that. Don't blindly trust anybody, including me. Okay. After that, confine to the notes. Okay. And only notes is enough. You don't, for example, you're writing this mains after 3-4 months. Only notes is enough. Go without fear. 100% everything will be covered. Okay. So notes plus I advise you to follow some question and answer format books. Okay, like any book, Anthropology, Demystified, Anthropology, Simplified, or in some Telegram channels, any other ranker has written model answers, those model answers are getting circulated. Any one or preferably two sources where some rankers have written answers. That is very important. Okay, with that you will get two benefits. One is, okay, if at all there are any gaps in my notes, because nothing is 100%, if at all there are any gaps in my notes, they may be filled. Plus, you will also get an idea about how to write the answers. So, notes plus those books, any two sources where model answers are available, not textbooks. So, these two are enough. But you are writing in some 26, 27, read. Start with Ember and Ember, Nadeem Hassan, every book you can purchase and read. In that case, what books you have to read? You can download this PPT. In that, the book list is provided. Okay, I'm not sure whether, yes. So, here is the book list. Okay, so if you have to, yes, Wajid is asking to suggest the books. Here is the book list, and you can download this entire PPT. In this, you will have all this information. Okay, so if you have time, okay, then read all these books. If you don't have time, confidently depend on notes plus one or two question and answer format books. That will be more than enough. Okay. And I'm explaining about how this course will proceed. Okay, I said 100% syllabus will be completed, 100% notes will be given to you. I will explain each word in the syllabus till you understand. Okay, then after that, as a part of this course, we will also discuss some 500 previous year questions, not in addition to this, during the course. Like say, for example, we will discuss unit 1. Okay, the day we complete unit 1, then what I will do is I will read out the syllabus in front of you. Okay, we will cross check whether we completed the syllabus or not. By chance I missed one word in the syllabus, then I'll complete it that day. Next exercise, what we will do is there will be a question bank for you. Okay. So in that question bank, you will have past 10 years questions. Okay. Some at least 7-8 years, because totally it will be 500 previous year questions. Minimum from 2013 I have taken. Okay. From 2013 to the recent year. All previous questions from unit 1 we will discuss. Then we will move on to unit 2. First, we'll complete the unit 2, then read out the syllabus and check whether everything is completed or not. Then we make sure that all previous questions from unit 2 are discussed. Then we move on to unit 3. The same cycle repeats for each unit. Okay. So with this, what happens is, if I discuss the previous questions at the end of the course, there is not even a guarantee whether I will discuss or not. Okay. So you will be in uncertainty. So it's not like end of the course, I will discuss all 500 questions, not like that. At the end of each unit, we will do this exercise. And coming to the running notes, Akshita is asking whether running notes is not needed. No need. No need of running notes. Every word I speak in the class will be there in the notes. The notes is enough. Is it clear? Okay. So this is what I wanted to say in this orientation class. And the regular classes will start on 8th of June, same timing 2 to 4:30. Okay. And if you have any more doubts, you can ask me here, or you can also meet me outside the class. Okay. So the class is completed. Those who do not have any doubts can leave. If you have any doubts, you can discuss. Yes, online friends also, if you have any queries, you can post. When will you get the notes? I will give you the notes at the end of each unit, Venkatesh. At the end of each unit, I'll give you the notes in the form of different PDFs. Okay. Yes. Any more queries? Answer writing will be there along with this course, but that is not yet finalized by the Unacademy team. I will give you clarity within a few days. There will be some answer writing practice. You are asking an anthropology teacher, so she will obviously say anthropology. So ask your seniors or somebody. Okay? Because how do you trust me? I will say anthropology only. Yes. Any other questions?
I am belonging to engineering background.
Mm. Mm.
So I am little bit afraid about biological course.
No need. All that 362 marks or all the top 10 ranks, all are engineering students only. And I will explain from ABCD. I will explain from what is a cell, what is DNA. I will explain from ABCD. Even if you have left biology in your LKG itself, no problem. You will understand. Is it? It's completely my responsibility. End of the course, you will say that the biological part is more interesting. Yes, just 1 second. Shruti, yes, but don't get demotivated. It is also new to me because if you observe, I'm standing in front of your chat, then you cannot see me. If I stand in front of this board, you can see me, but I cannot see your messages. So I will find out some solution. So don't be afraid. I will definitely try to interact with you as much as possible. I also need a little bit of practice. This online offline combination is first time for me. So definitely it will be interactive for you people as well. And when they are answering the questions, you can keep messaging the answers. In a regular online class also the same thing happens. The online students will keep messaging the answers. So for every question that I give, assume that the question is for you also. See, right now I'm standing in front of you and I'm reading your messages. So you cannot see me. Okay, if I go towards the board, then you can see me, but I cannot read your messages. I will find some solution for it. Don't worry. I'll definitely make it interactive for you. It's my duty. Yes.
Then I am eligible for 26
Okay.
and I am not completed my GS level at 4 So can we proceed to the optional or after completing GS?
Yes, usually whether to start our preparation, a fresher should start the preparation with optional or GS. Okay, in my opinion, a fresher should start the preparation with optional only. Reason is, optional is the most static paper we have. Okay, remaining all GS papers and all, they are more into the current affairs. They keep changing. Okay, from day to day, year to year. So relatively, when compared to all other papers, most static paper is optional. Okay. So if you start with optional, then if you prepare for GS is common for prelims and mains. Okay. So that your preparation will continue in the prelims come mains format. Okay, but if you keep optional later, it sometime comes in front in the before your prelims or something. So the order is first optional, then GS mains and prelims. Okay.
How much time we have to give for the optional question in week? And then when we have to proceed for this?
Uh, you have a lot of time because you're writing in 26. You have a lot of time, so you can take it slowly. I think you must also be doing your degree. So focus on your degree as well because that is also important finally. So focusing on your graduation, how much ever time you can give. I mean, if you can dedicate some 3 4 hours, then first do only optional. If you can take out some 4 5 hours, then add one more subject to it, like that. Okay, or else keep reading the NCRT books. Okay, yes. Yes, answer writing will be there, but that is not yet finalized. Even I don't advise you to start writing on 8th itself because you will have some kind of, because the questions are also interrelated. Sometimes the questions are coming from 2 3 units together. They will cover the topics of some 2 3 units. So roughly some after 15 20 days, okay, somewhere July 1st or so, I will include some sort of answer writing practice. Okay.
On daily basis.
Yes. Earlier we did daily answer writing, daily one question and you will write it. So that was the format during the course. After the course, before the mains, we will also have a test series where mock tests will be there. Okay, because both are important. Every day, like making sure that you have learned what I taught is also important. Finally, mock test where time management and everything comes is also important. During the course, you will have daily one answer kind of practice. After the course, before the mains, you will have proper test series where sectional tests and mock tests will be there. Yes. And that depends on whether they are ready to print or not. But offline, that is just a matter of printing cost, whether they take it or you take it. So I'm no way in between you and an academy. So whatever they decide. Okay, I will provide you the notes. Printing cost, whether you have to bear or they will decide. Okay. Anything else? Next batch offline, I'm not sure because basically I'm from Hyderabad and I came to take this particular batch. Next batch is not finalized, so probably maybe next June there can be one batch. November, I'm not sure that it's not finalized. Okay, so I think it is advisable to, if you are particular about offline batch, it is advisable to join now. Yes. So just some reference books. Reference books list I have given now. This is the list of reference books, Divya. Yes, any more queries? Notes enough for scoring? Yes, earlier my students scored around 310, 310, 320. Okay, only from the notes. Okay, that is possible. But I cannot say that you will get 300. Okay, but it happened. Only from the notes. Earlier, some students scored 310 marks like that. Only depending on only the notes. Right? Because it also depends on your writing skills, how much you prepare, your seriousness and all that. Okay. Yes. Anything else? Yes, online students, any other queries? You people, any queries? Okay. Thank you so much. And keep actively participating for every question. Don't think that the question is for the offline students. You keep messaging me your answers and I will definitely make sure that it will be interactive to you as well. Okay. And thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye. Right. Okay, so if the online students are still here, it is just an orientation class. The regular classes will start from 8th of June. Okay, and progressively with each class, I will make it very interactive for the online students as well. I will just move this podium more towards that screen. I'll do something. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.